following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me, big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. You're talking.
Huh? I'm making out with my dog, excuse me.
So we want to say hello to everybody, including my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell, and Astro.
My Astro is the love of my life. I don't know. He kisses me all the time, better than you. You don't kiss as good as Astro.
Well,
you really don't.
He's a dog, so he uses his tongue.
He kisses better than you.
I know, but I don't use my tongue. I could lick your face if you want.
Look at how silly you are. You giggle like a girl.
Oh well, that's the way it goes.
For Christmas, I'm giving him a pink bra and pink panties.
Yeah, that's right. Look at how bald I look today. Oh well.
You are an old bald queen.
I am an old bald queen. I'm not a queen, but I'm old and bald.
Queen.
So this is Astro, everybody.
Hey, Astro, say hello to the gang. You're my love. He's my kicky boy. He's my little boy. He's my kicky. Look at that little boy. See how he kisses me? You have to kiss me like that. Astro
he's licking your arm instead.
Astro is my love. He's my love. He blends in with my shirt.
So we got a great show for you guys today. Do you want to show your shirt before I tell everybody about it today?
Yes, Astro, you have to get down. I'm doing a sticky thing. Astro, down, boy. Down, go down, buddy. Okay, my daughters had this T-shirt made for me, and I love it. And I miss my daughters so much because they moved to Pennsylvania that I wore the T-shirt today. I have to get up. Oh, how am I going to get up? Okay. Look how nice and young they made me. I like that. There we go. What does it say?
Dear Dad, great job. We're awesome. Leslie, right. Daddy, dear Ryan. I don't know what the bottom it says. Oh, it says thank you on the bottom.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
I love the way they made me look. The hair they got
look,
right.
They can see it good. There's where you see it.
Yeah, they got the hair right.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, nice shirt, T-shirt. It's actually a very heavy-duty sweatshirt. Ow! My knee is still not good, everybody. Ugh.
You got to love it.
I don't suggest anyone get a knee operation. If your knee hurts, just suffer it. See, they didn't ever move over.
That's not us. This is us.
Oh, look at that. You're on the opposite side.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
It's mirrored, so it does that. It always does that, and I always remember that, but I forgot. So everybody sees you absolutely fine. So there. All right, you guys, we have a really good show for you today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have Tony Orlando coming on, you guys, one of the biggest stars in the history of music, and Lorene Landon.
My movie star.
Lorene Landon. We love to death, which we haven't seen her in a long time, so I'm happy to have her on.
She's my movie star. The first time I met her, a couple of years ago, how many, 5 years ago?
More we knew her when we were in Pennsylvania, so it's about 8 years ago.
And I said to her, my God, you're gorgeous, and you're like an old-fashioned movie star of the 50s. You're so glamorous in the way you look, and I loved her look like a Marilyn Monroe. So I gave her the nickname of movie star, and it stayed forever. And she still is a movie star. No matter where Lorene goes, she looks glamorous and very 1950 and very, very sexy. You'll see that for yourself when she comes on.
Absolutely. She's so much fun, too.
Yeah, I love her a lot. She's one of my closest friends.
So we think she's fabulous.
Although I haven't seen her in a long time. That's the funny part of our business. You know, we work together and we make out. We're jumping all over each other. We love each other. We're like brother and sister. And then after the picture's over, we don't see each other for a year, 2, 3. So I don't get it. We're such good friends on the set. And then after the film is over, we barely see each other. Everybody talks about that. Even the big shot stars, the $13 million a picture people, they say the same thing, that the closeness on set is not, because, we think that movie stars hang out together. They don't, or we don't. We really don't.
It kind of depends, though. Like I follow a lot of the celebrities.
That's not hanging out.
Who goes to the autograph signings, though, and a lot of them
That's
post.
not. Listen.
Please let me finish. You
No,
didn't
I'm not.
even know
I'm
what
doing
I'm
what
saying.
you do to me every
So
week.
anyway,
every
a
week
lot
you
of,
interrupt.
a lot
me.
of them go to. I saw one of them today saying, "Here, she's doing an autograph signing with somebody who was in a movie, and they haven't seen each other since 25 years ago when they did the movie. It'll be the first time they've seen each other in 25 years." So that is true.
That was so interesting. You were just saying what I said. That's not.
Yeah, I'm showing it
you're
as a
not
real proof with
interesting.
real people.
I don't know how you have a TV show.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe because I'm in it, but you're not interesting at all.
Anyway,
You're quite dull.
yes. Well, obviously the people don't.
I don't know.
So.
I don't know what anybody sees in you.
Oh, that's nice of you. It's Christmas. You should be nice to me. That's not nice.
You know what? I'm Italian, and Italians have a wonderful saying. I got to do it in English. He who teases loves. If Italian people love to tease each other, we say the most dreadful things to each other, but we don't mean it. And I don't know why we do that.
I don't know why either.
But I mean, everybody I know that's Italian, that's together, that's married or a partner, they do the same thing. They say terrible things to each other. Now in Italian, che sprezzo amo, what does sprezzo mean? I don't know, who says things that aren't right, loves. Beware of my indifference, my mother used to always say. And I'm like that. I beware of people's indifference, because once you're indifferent to someone, you don't give a shit if they drop dead in front of you.
So you guys, Christmas is here. You can go to jimmystarauthor.com. This is the sequel to my Funko Pop book, and I had it on Kindle, but now I actually turned it into a paperback book, Rare Pops, The Collector's Guide to the Rarest Funko Grails in the Game by Jimmy Star. So now it's available. Believe it or not, out of all the things I published, the Funko Pop books are the most popular. The other one that's very popular at the moment is called Screams for Sale for people in the horror movie industry. How horror became Hollywood's most reliable money machine by Jimmy Star. And
but the book
so
that's most famous is the one of All My Nude
They're
Pictures.
unavailable on Amazon, you guys. They're available on Amazon, or you can go to jimmystarauthor.com. It doesn't matter, honey.
You blew the joke.
You interrupted my speech.
I don't give a shit. You blew the joke. You're homosexual. Anyway, again, I will repeat it because maybe it wasn't heard. The book of All My Nude Pictures is out. And certain pages are longer and bigger than the other pages for the obvious reason.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so we want to thank everybody for listening to the show every week. Last week's show with
I do love him.
David Zucker. Last week's show with David Zucker is doing really, really well, and he was a great guest. I forgot who our second guest was last week. Isn't that funny? Oh, Mark Baca Anthony.
How can we forget
Mark Baca Anthony, who's one of my favorite people on.
Exactly.
I talk to him almost every day. He's great.
Now, chains, my beautiful new chains, in case you're admiring them. Because people know, they're very snoopy, the audience. They know every fucking thing I do, wear my hair comb, my everything. Anyway, what happened was it was freezing here. I mean, really cold, 47. And we were going to dinner, and I put on my black sweatshirt hoodie, and not realize, stupid me, I had my chains on, and when I took the hoodie off, it ripped both chains. So now we bring the chains to the jeweler to see what it would cost to fix the locks. One chain, he wanted $285 to weld it. I told him to go fuck himself real quick. I did. I swear to God, I said that. I said, you gotta be fucking kidding me. $285 for one clasp? Get out of here. So anyway, we walked out. Then the other one they wanted like 300 for. That chain, the jeweler tells me, he's, oh, this chain is very expensive, but it's very old. I said, yes, that chain's over 50 years old. And my horn, my solid gold diamond horn, was on that chain for 50 years, never came off. So Jimmy, the other day, surprised me, and he gave me one of my Christmas gifts. And it's this beautiful gold chain with my star. And I love this one.
We have matching stars.
This is a snake chain with, anyway, that's that, kids. So, you know, it pays to marry a faggot because they're very good to you.
Wait till you see Christmas. I got you some nice things for Christmas. It'll be fun. So you guys, you can listen to the Jimmy Star Show.
What'd you get me?
I'm not telling you. You can listen to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. You guys, we're on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music. If you want to watch the videos, you can go to YouTube. Excuse me. We're on Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, and Amazon Prime. We're also on about 150 other platforms, but a lot of those people don't really know what they are, and everybody knows these. So these are the ones that we
And the
mentioned.
reason being we're on all these networks is because of me.
Not really.
Yes, it is.
We were on all of them before you even came on the show.
Before I came on the show, you were a little crappy radio show out of
We were a radio show.
out of the Alligator Alley studio. I came on the show, and suddenly I brought all the celebrities on and all the big
Oh,
shots.
yeah, right.
And
You're so full
then,
of shit.
my humor got on, and everybody watched. And oh no, they listened. I said to Jimmy, "I don't do radio. I only do television.
In the meantime,
Let's go television."
So we are on television, but in the meantime, 99% of everybody who listens to us listens. They don't watch.
Don't believe this fag.
No, that's
Do
true.
not believe him. He lies to his ass. Do not believe him.
More people listen to us than watch us.
How do you know? What do you in everybody's house?
I get the statistics every
What
month.
statistic?
I get the month. If we get
Yeah.
1 million plays, it says you got 23,000 on YouTube
You're full of
and
shit.
900,000
You're
on.
full of shit.
I am not.
You lie a lot.
I don't
You do
lie at all.
I've caught you in so many lies.
Oh, yeah, right. Anyway, it doesn't work that way. Most people listen to us, but we do have it available that you can watch us and see how beautiful Ron is by watching us
That's
on
a fact.
YouTube.
That's a fact.
And I also try to put the shows on, if I can, onto my Instagram and my TikTok. They have to get cut in half.
I mean, like when we had people on our show, like that beautiful, gorgeous blonde who's 85 like me.
Donna Mills,
No, the other one too.
Morgan Fairchild.
Morgan Fairchild, so beautiful. I got to tell you, folks, that broad for 85 years old looks sensational. Pity that you can't or you don't see the show because we do all the beautiful stuff that you have to see to
But you
understand.
do see it. It's on YouTube. Every
No,
show is
no,
on
you
YouTube.
Said, now, wait a second. See how you lie homo?
I didn't lie.
You're a lying homo.
No, I'm not.
Being a homo is one
Okay,
thing.
you don't. Just
But,
because you
oh,
can't comprehend things, I can't help
I
it.
can't comprehend.
No, we have a YouTube channel. It has about
Well,
5
I'll tell
million
you what.
plays.
Put it in writing that I can't comprehend. Therefore, my marriage license to you is null and void. Because if I can't comprehend, I was seduced and taken to the judge, and I didn't know what I was doing because I was out of my bird. So therefore, our marriage doesn't count. All right?
I don't know why you
I
don't
can
get
get
it.
a
Okay,
no.
listen. You need to just listen because everybody's going to know. Otherwise, there's something off.
What's off?
We're on 160 platforms. Okay,
Hmm.
one of them is video, YouTube. 159 of them are audible. You only hear it. We get more plays on the 159 platforms than we get on the one platform. A lot more, like 50 times more.
I got, when I was young,
Uh-huh.
I got a lot of plays on the 42nd Street platform,
Yeah, I believe it.
the subway.
So people are starting to show up in the chat room. We want to say hey to the chat room. Hey, B. Claudia from Germany. I hope you're doing well. And
Hey,
your
yeah, what's
injuries are
going on,
good.
B? I heard you were not all there. What happened?
She's had some health issues with her
What
shoulder.
happened?
She's had some
Oh, with the shoulder?
with the shoulder, but
The
anyway.
shoulder is second to the knee.
And then we also have Tom Churchill in there, director. You guys, hey, welcome, nice to see you. We have Medica Tour. Stefan is in there. Cindy
Who?
Lady Lake is in there. Stefan. He goes by the name Medicateur. That's his handle.
Who's that?
Stefan. Oh
Stefan.
my gosh.
You know,
Stefan.
I don't want to upset our audiences, but I'm going to beat the shit out of you on television.
How many times? So Stefan is in the chat room every week. How many times would I have? Stefan Daniel Bell is in the chat room.
Exactly. Stefan
Okay.
has a last name.
Okay, well,
I mean, that's like me saying Jimmy. Jimmy who?
well, everybody
And even
knows
if I
me.
say Jimmy Star, they still say Jimmy who.
Wait, well, we got our guest is here. So you ready to go? Let's bring in our first guest. Oh, look at Ron now. Hey, Tony, how you doing?
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Ron. How you doing?
I am good. Now you're on a phone, right?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah. Will it turn sideways or no?
Yeah, I could do that, I think.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah. Now you're the same size as us.
Before we
Gotcha.
go anywhere with this, Young, I got to say to the audiences out there, I have met thousands of celebrities, really, some big shots, some not. I got to tell you, this guy is one of my favorites, and Jimmy's too, because
Oh, thank you.
a big superstar that he is more down to earth than some of the creeps that think who the hell they are in our business. Right, Tony, you're a regular Joe.
Thank you so
Nobody-
much, Ron. Thank you,
have you
Jimmy.
on, like weekly. You're terrific.
I think it's true. Actually, we get, we bring on so many different, just like you, because you have a show, but basically everybody
That's
you
right.
bring on is famous, like really famous on your show, which we'll talk about shortly.
Who-
But
who
hang
was-
on, wait.
Who was it in New York that feels like we do? Loves him.
Eileen.
Eileen. Yeah. What do you think of Eileen? She might have a.
Eileen is your biggest fan. Eileen is one of the greatest ladies ever in our industry. She's
Yeah, but
straight,
I'm
honestly,
upset.
shoots from the heart, cares, works with some of the greatest people, including you guys.
Yes.
Listen, Tony. Try to talk her out of having breast enlargement, okay? Because I mean, now she's got like what is it, like a 93
I don't know.
X or something?
Hey, listen, Ron, I'm 81.
You're 81. I'm 85. That should be.
Yeah.
But I don't
You
have
look
your.
great, though.
I don't have your voice.
Well,
wait
you know,
a second.
I retired 2 years ago.
No, you
And
didn't.
it's 64 years since the first hit record came out in '61 with Carole King. And I have no regrets. I'm enjoying my retirement. I'm in the middle of writing 2 screenplays. I'm having a good time with my family. And now I'm on with you guys.
There you go.
Sure.
So hold on. We got to do a real introduction. We have to do a real
Oh,
introduction.
wait a minute. It's not a fucking bug up his ass.
I know. We have to do
You
a
are
real
an
introduction.
annoying motherfucker.
Anyway,
you know
everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, one of the most iconic singers in music history, Tony Orlando. Welcome back to the show. We're very happy to see you.
Good to see you guys too.
Now
You know,
shut
your
up.
audience,
Happy?
Huh?
I got to tell you something, the two of you. The last time I did your show, I had no idea. You know, you talk about platforms. You guys don't get out of that studio much because when I go on the road, and when I was going on the road, I would have people walk backstage to the meet and greet and go, "Saw you on Jimmy and Ron. I love that Jimmy Star." I said, "Wait a minute. When did you see?" And then the next person, "Yeah, I listened to that show." You have a huge audience. My God.
We do have a.
Yes,
I think
we
your
do.
show too got about 10 million plays. Just so
wait.
you know.
I have to say.
I think it's you guys and Joe Rogan. That's what.
That's right.
No, I have to say what it is. I told Jimmy when I came on so I had a TV show before, a TV show called Set the Record Straight. I interviewed Jane Russell, Betty Davis, Lauren Bacall, all of the old lady that were my friends. Now, I had a reputation, so I came on his show. I said, "Listen, Jimmy, your show stinks. It's only radio. It's only you. You're boring. So if we're going to do a good show, let's make it honest. If it can't be honest, I don't do scripts. I don't do bullshit. Everything we do on our show has to be honest. That's going to be our success." And he agreed. And that's what it is. What I said about you is honest. It wasn't scripted. I didn't make it up. It's how we feel. I've thrown a couple of people off the show. I had one cunt that was so evil, we had to throw her off because she was no good. And she was famous, super famous, singer, tremendous. You know who she is, too. She was an outrageous, coked up bitch. And she came on our show. Just to say the least, she came on our show loaded, mean as a meanest. I've never met mean in my life, and I don't like our guests running our show. We run the show. We tell you what to say indirectly. This one
What
had
to talk about?
she had a mind of her own. This one, I don't know where she was going.
Anyway, okay, you got your point.
So that's this is my point is if the government were as honest as Jimmy and I are, we would be a fabulous country.
I love it. So wait, I want to go back. So first of all, I believe that the show that we did with you, the one that not the Christmas show, but the other one, I think we got about 10 million plays. So you're a very big draw. You have a huge fan base. We have a bunch of people starting to show up in the chat room. If you could just say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Well, say hello to everybody in there. It's I'm privileged. Let me tell you something about your show. I do a lot of these shows, and now that I'm retired, I can say, you talk about honesty. I really believe that is the key to the success of your show. And I think podcasts have helped that. And you guys spearheaded this because what podcasts did was open up honest conversation, not scripted conversation. No producers, nobody telling people when to go to commercial. It opened up the opportunity for people to really share honest feelings. I think it's a great thing. And your show is an example of that. That's why I always love coming back. And I want to thank Eileen for calling me and saying, hey, you want to do Jimmy? I say, I can't wait to do Jimmy and Ron's show. So thank you for having me on because
Oh, Tony,
I'm a fan. I watch you
oh,
guys.
a yellow ribbon.
Wait. You have to do me one favor. So we have a very good.
Wait, I had. Don't now you interrupted me. I'm gonna put my finger
Hang
up
on.
your nose and
Okay,
tear
wait.
your brains
I know,
out.
but we got so we have a super fan.
But wait a minute. For
what?
those stupid people out there who woke up in the world, you remember Tony's song. His song was so fabulous because it had a meaning. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Tony, tell everyone the meaning. Why would you tie a yellow ribbon around the tree unless you're a little nuts?
Well, you know something? It's an amazing thing that happened with that song. I recorded it in 1973 on a rainy afternoon in New York City. Little did I know that it would not only go to number one, but it went to number one in 18 countries. It was the number one song in 1973 for Billboard, the biggest selling of the song of that year. But here is where it really, really mattered to me. That song allowed me to go. The first time I ever sang the song, you guys, I was invited by Bob Hope to come to the Cotton Bowl to welcome home our POWs from Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos.
I remember that.
I get this phone call, and there's a guy on the phone says, "Hi, this is Tie Yellow Ribbon Hope." And I said, "Really? This is Frank, I don't believe you, Sinatra. Who is this?" And he says, "No, really, Tony, it's Bob Hope." And of course, I recognized his voice. And he said, "I want you to open the show to welcome home our POWs." Now, remember, I had never sang this song publicly yet. Something in Bob Hope knew, because I guess for his work with veterans for all those years, that opening line, "I'm coming home, I've done my time," was very relevant and very powerful for the moment at the Cotton Bowl to welcome home those POWs. So there's 70,000 people there, you guys. I walk out on stage and I start singing Yellow Ribbon. And I hear 70,000 people coming to my ears, them singing along with me. It was so overwhelming. Then I looked to the 50-yard line where 500 plus of these heroes were sitting. Now remember, they all were home 2 weeks. Their eyes hadn't even adjusted to daylight yet. And they're sitting there, and I'm hearing them and watching them sing "Tie a Yellow Ribbon." I'm going, I can't believe it. I look over to Hope, and he winks at me. He knew. But there was one POW sitting, looking down at his shoes, not clapping his hands, not singing along. And it was killing me. I kept thinking, what did I say? Did I do something to upset this guy? So after my performance, I said to Bob Hope, I said, "Mr. Hope, did you see that one POW? He was looking down at his shoes. He wasn't clapping his hands. He wasn't singing along. Did I say anything to upset him?" He goes, "Go ask him, Tony. Go ahead." So I walk over and I said, "Excuse me, sir," to this POW. I said, "My name is Tony Orlando. I opened the show. And I noticed that you weren't clapping your hands like your pals were. And you were looking down at your shoes. Did I say anything to make you angry?" He says, "Oh, Tony, let me introduce myself. I'm so sorry. My name is John McCain.
Oh my gosh.
And he said, what you don't realize is that my shoulders were pulled out of socket and my wrists were broken. They broke them on me. I can't clap my hands. The reason I was looking down at my shoe was because my big toe was keeping time to your song.
That part's beautiful, and that is so an amazing story.
And it was at that moment, you guys, that I thought, oh my God, a song can have an impact like that.
Yeah.
70,000 people. That song, since that day, 1973, not only have I reunion with them every single year since 1973, but that song has allowed me to raise over $100 million on behalf of veterans.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
for you.
My
Isn't
neighbor,
that wonderful? And I didn't write it. I was just the guy who delivered the letter. Erwin Levine and Larry Brown wrote it. But just think what this, and then it goes on. I looked in the Wikipedia just the other day, and I'm looking, and it says Yellow Ribbon, the song, since it came out, has been the reason why 18 countries have used that symbol, the yellow ribbon, for their own reasons. For instance, in Philippines, it's almost their theme song for the country because the President Aquino lost her husband on the tarmac to some terrorists. From that day on, she not only used the song, but wore yellow ribbon, wore yellow clothes her whole career. If you go to Hong Kong to this day, when they are out hoping for their democracy and being more like this country, what song and what symbol they use? The yellow ribbon. If you were in Israel recently and hoping that the prisoners would come home, the American and Israeli prisoners, everybody in the city of Israel and all of Israel, in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, were wearing yellow ribbons on their lapels, on lampposts. They even changed, get this, they even changed the stoplights to be ambered, but in the shape of yellow ribbons. And if you go to Singapore, it's the same. And if you go to Australia, it's the same. And if you go to Canada, it's the same. And if you go to the UK, it's the same. To think that one song could be the glue, one little song can be the glue to tie all those nations together was an overwhelming experience for me.
I actually was Googling your Wikipedia, and it said "Tie a Yellow Ribbon" is one of the biggest selling singles of all time in the history of music.
but
True.
you have
It's
to,
true.
you have to.
And Larry Brown and Erwin Levine are the writers, by the way. They should know their names.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
I was alive when that war was going on. I just missed it by a couple of years. That they wouldn't. In those days, they used to. What is the word when they used to get
Draft you?
Draft you. They couldn't draft me because I think I was 5 years too old and I had a kid.
5 years. Oh.
But my neighborhood and we tied a yellow ribbon around a couple of trees on our lawn. Before you knew it, and we lived on Setauket, Long Island, which was a very affluent town of important people. They were not stupid. So these intelligent people, rich, are out there tying ribbons around trees. And I found that to be wonderful because we were so involved with that war. It was a non-necessary war. It killed too many people unnecessarily. If we had Trump as the president, maybe we could have got out of it or something. I don't know, because he seems to be doing a job about getting us out of wars. It was a terrible time for American people, especially
I'll tell
in
you
the
a story
neighborhood.
about that period of time, if you don't mind, if you got time.
No,
So the song is a hit, and if you remember, the Iranian hostages were held for 444 days.
Yes.
And they came home during the first weeks of the Reagan administration. So I get a phone call. Now was he 73 to 80 to 79? There's a few years between the time that happened. So I get a call from Norman Brokaw, who's CEO of William Morris Agency. And he said, Tony, President of the United States wants you over at the office. He's calling here at 3:00 tomorrow. Be there. I said, what? President wants to talk to me? Yeah. Well, of course, the prisoners from Iran, the hostages, our hostages, came home that day. I get to the office, I pick up the phone, and this is what I hear. Well, Tony, it's me, Ronald Reagan. How are you? I thank you for coming. I have an idea. And he proceeds to tell me that his idea is for me to be at the bottom of the tarmac as the prisoners, as our hostages are coming off the plane, and have me sing Yellow Ribbon to welcome them home.
Oh my God, what an honor.
And I said, Mr. President, I have to respectfully decline. And I hear a pause, silence, and I hear him go, "You're turning me down?" I said, "I am, sir, but I'm turning you down, I think, on behalf of you. To be honest with you, if I saw my friend Bobby Vinton singing Mr. Lonely as the Vietnam vets were coming off their plane, I would have to stick my finger down my throat and throw up because it would be, to me, a gimmick. And you don't want that. I think you should use the Marine Band to play Yellow Ribbon, not me." And he paused and he said, "When are you running for president?"
It's
And I
actually
said, "No,
true,
no,
though.
no, no."
That's a good
I said, "I
point.
just want to protect my president because I believe in this. This is my opinion, you guys. I may disagree with whoever runs for office, but once they get into office, I root for them like I root for the pilot who's flying my plane.
Absolutely.
agree with
I
you.
agree with you.
You
Absolutely.
see, and that is my opinion.
against-
And what I think Yellow Ribbon has taught me so much is how much music can bring people together in a real way. How much, look at what Jerry Lewis did with music. 24-hour telethons. Since 1954, he raised almost $2 billion for MDA. And because of his telethons, it created the science of DNA. DNA grew because they were searching for a cure. And of course, the science of DNA was helping that along. But by doing that, DNA becomes a very important part of our lives now. So you see, the backstory of Jerry's success, yes, he hasn't gotten a cure yet, but what he contributed to the country by doing those is immeasurable. You can't measure it. So I have had a very, very incredible life, you guys. I mean, you look at it, since 1961 to now is 64 years. All I can tell you is it's been a joy, man, and I've been blessed. And I'm also blessed to know the both of you.
Oh, that's
Oh,
very
that's
nice.
sweet. Now, I know. I've been in Johnny Mantis's company about 3 or 4 times. And the one time I said to him, I said, Johnny, music is international.
Yep.
And music has no race. Music has nothing but to bring us together. And he agreed with me with such a zesty way of saying it. He said, "Absolutely, Ron." And he said, it's this, and I hope I got the title. When a child is born, do you know that song, When a Child is Born? He said he sings that so that the people will get the message that we are all one people.
Yes.
Johnny Mantis, I'm madly in love with, and I wish him well. And I hope he's okay because he's retired due to a problem. And people
And I'll
like,
tell you why he's retired, Jimmy.
I'm not finished. People like you and people like Johnny Mantis who send a message out. I
Thank
just
you.
think that it's wonderful because God gave you the talent and
Thank
you
you.
didn't use it
You
just to
used
make
it.
money. You used
You
it.
know what I think has happened with Johnny? It happened with me. I can't speak for him, but I have a funny feeling. I've known Johnny for many, many years. He's in his 90s. I'm 81. And now you guys do your show there and you live in New York. You're not on the road with the show, but you'd find out if you were on the road with the show, flying today is nothing but a pain in the ass.
Oh,
We
tell
Not
know.
me.
only a pain in the ass, but it takes everything out of your body. But why? Because you got to change gates. Then you change gates, and then there's a 4-hour delay. If not a 4-hour delay, then they cancel the flight. It is so difficult to travel
Yes,
today,
it is.
so
Yes.
expensive to travel today, that if you're at an age of 90 and they change gates and you don't have a wheelchair, you're in trouble.
I
Okay,
have to tell you,
because they
We
have
did
the
it. We
gates
learned
going
that.
to some other terminal, some other place. It's too much. It's overwhelming, and I think what happens is the shows start to suffer. You get tired. You get hurt. You start to hurt, and I think the shows start. And the one thing I never wanted to do, you guys, is disappoint an audience. Never.
Neither do we.
You know, and so I think Johnny, myself, and a lot of performers in that age group from 80 on up have to reconsider, you know, about retirement and let some younger performer find their way.
So let me
Because the
tell you,
truth is, it's tough out there.
so we live in Palm Springs, California. We don't live in New York. And recently, Ron had a knee replacement, and we went to visit his daughters in Pennsylvania. So we went to Pennsylvania, and the traveling was atrocious. One plane, the gate changed 4 times before, and it got delayed for 6 hours and changed gates 4 times, and he couldn't walk. We had to get a wheelchair person because they won't let you take the wheelchair on your own. So you had to go find a wheelchair person every time to go from gate to gate to gate. And it was like the most miserable experience like we've probably ever had flying. And
And
so
like
I hate
you,
it.
and like you said, when I got to my daughter's house, I couldn't go up the 4 steps to get in her house. I was wiped, as you said, wiped out, delirious, dizzy. I had to go to bed. And my daughter was so worried. She was frightened as all hell. She said, Daddy, what happened? I said, I flew that fucking airline and I'll never fly it again. And it was Delta. Boo!
It was terrible. We just had a terrible experience. So we
So
don't
wait
like
a minute.
flying.
So listen to this, Tony, how crazy I am. After Christmas, we're putting this house up for sale, and we're moving back to Florida, to Boca Raton, because my daughters are in Philly. It's only a 2-hour flight from Boca to my daughter's
And
house,
it's a direct flight.
and direct. That's why I'm moving, because I can't do the nonstop. No, the stopping.
The stopping in Texas.
From
Oh
California
my God, the worst
to
airport ever.
Pennsylvania.
The Texas airport's the worst airport ever.
And here's the thing: my band members, they're not 80, they're young, and they would be like dragging their asses, and they're going, "Holy man, I can't believe we wait." And what do you mean? We've been here 5 hours, and you're going to cancel the flight now? It's that kind of stuff. And after a while, it just becomes too much. It's just ridiculous. And look, I'm really grateful for my 64 years. I have not one complaint. God has blessed me with everything I've ever dreamed of doing. It's come true. To be part of this business has been a
Don't you know
joy.
why?
You
Don't
know,
you know? Haven't you got it yet? You didn't get it yet. Good people who are truly good have a good life. It's people that do bad that have a shitty life because you pay for what you do. That's the message of life. You're a good guy, and that's
Thank you.
why you got good. Okay.
Thank you.
So
I know how many assholes do you know that
Oh, I'm
thought
sure
they
he
were
knows a
wise, they
lot.
were smart, and they were going to beat somebody out of something, and they turned into shit. I've seen it, and I'm 85, and I've seen it over and over again. I've had a good life. My life is good. I've met wonderful people. My life has been easy. I've worked. 19 was my first movie. And I worked with Sophia Loren. Tell me how lucky is that?
Well, you work with the greats, Jimmy. You work with all the greats. My God, you know.
we do a lot of great things, but I have 2 things we have to do real quick. First off, so we have this lady who Eileen and I work with. She's a very good friend of ours, and she does a lot of great things for us. Her name is B. Claudia.
He knows, huh?
She lives in Germany, and she's like, didn't even know you were coming on, and she's super excited. If you could just say hi to B. Claudia, that would be great for us.
Hi, darling. How are you? Good to see
And you
you.
know what? From time to I hate to say it, it's elevated music, but how many times have I heard Yellow Ribbon and I think of Tony?
Oh, all the time.
We
That's the
hear
only
that
time.
song. It still plays, you know,
all over.
all over in the mall.
So here's
especially the mall.
Here's my second thing, and I want to bring it up as a congratulations because I'm looking at you now, and I watched our show that we had you on like 2 years ago or whenever it was, and you look to me like you've lost a significant amount of weight.
But wait,
So
which is
I want to
healthy.
just say
Very
healthy. You're
healthy.
healthier, I'm sure, and congratulations, and I think that you look terrific.
Jimmy, 72 pounds.
Good for you.
Good for you. But tell Eileen not to have the breast enlargement. Really. Because I don't think she'd be able to walk. She'd fall
Well,
forward.
she's one of the greatest ladies I have ever met. She's so great.
I
And I
love
want
her.
to thank her because she introduced me to you guys, you know.
You know how we met her? She
How?
came on our show and she fell in love with me and I fell in love with her. And we said, let's be friends. And
Yeah.
we met. Bingo, we became friends and Jimmy and she became partners. And
Actually, tell them though, it's a good story. So we
That's
met. So
that's a
she was
gift of
good, and
love.
she invited us to her house in what's the gay thing? The gay island,
oh, Fire Island.
Fire Island. And then we decided to do a ghost hunt. And Eileen was the reporter, and we were the TV show hosts, and we had a pop star and a medium, and we broke into a an abandoned asylum in New York, a psychiatric asylum. We climbed up a tree into the second floor. Anyway, it went viral and it got like 300,000 plays. And we were talking, Eileen and I were talking, and all of us met through the same publicist, all of us. And Eileen was like, do publicists ever contact you to help them do stuff? And I said, all the time. And she said, me too. She said, we should start a PR agency. And I said, you're right. And the next day we came up with the name World Star PR. And within 2 weeks, we had 10 clients, and we've just taken off since then. But that's how World Star PR was founded, because he basically started a friendship with Eileen.
Why did it happen? Because Eileen is an honest person. I got to tell you that. Eileen will talk to you on the phone for 12 hours until you got it right. She's very giving of her clients. She cares for her clients. She goes way out. I mean, I've worked with PR people over the years, and they stink. You got to beg them. What did you do for me? What did you do? You're constantly calling them. Where, what? No, not with Eileen, because she tells you where you're going. And I said to Jimmy, I've never heard of a PR person booking. She books people. She books her clients into engagements. Do you ever know PR people who do that?
Fabulous. We're on 8 years, and we've never had an argument or a disagreement.
But I mean, I don't ever remember PR people being booking agents.
You got to expand. Okay, so tell us, how did you lose the weight? Did you exercise a lot? What did you do?
No. I'm going to make it very simple for you. Ozempic.
Good for you. Hey, I think that's terrific.
Can I tell you something about that? I found out from my cardiologist that it's very heart friendly, very stroke friendly. Now it's out there that's true. It's become a kind of a miracle medicine. You remember Viagra really was a heart medicine and found another life to it.
Yes.
Ozempic is going to save a lot of lives because of obesity. This country is going to find itself thinner and healthier because of it. This is a great breakthrough. And I used to resist it at first. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I heard I had no side effects. Good. And I've been on it, and I have no trouble whatsoever. And I got to be honest with you, it was the easiest diet I ever had. And I do diet. Now I diet, even though I'm on Ozempic. I do. I'm on a high protein diet just to keep myself in shape. But it really is a miraculous drug. It is wonderful. I think it's a great thing that obesity will find its ending because of it.
Do you find that it's easier to diet? Once you see a result that you've lost weight, that in your head automatically makes you then want to diet because you see the results.
I saw the results right away. I would say the first 3 weeks, and here's how I saw the result. I would eat, and I didn't want to finish, I was full. Where normally I would eat, I want some more. I would eat, I want some dessert. I would eat, I get some cookies. I would eat, I have some cake. Well, now I just eat, I'm satisfied, and I'm done. And for some reason, I think it even helps psychologically somehow.
People say to me, how do you stay thin all your life? I said, I have a little thing that I live by. Overeat, overweight. Undereat, underweight. It's a simple math. It's a very
But not everybody is that disciplined, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's very disciplined.
I'm very disciplined because I am one of these people who really looks at obesity and is very sad about it. I can't look at fat people because I want to say to them, stop it. You're killing yourself. Stop eating. Food is your enemy. And I got to really...
It's an addiction. There's no question.
Sometimes we have a very good friend of ours who's a fighter, prize fighter. And he went from being a thin fighter to a heavyweight. And now he's fat. And on TV, I had the stupidity to say to him, what's his name? The fighter. Jimmy, you're stupider than I am sometimes.
I'm not in your head.
You know who he is. Who do we know that's a fighter? That girl's...
Oh, Bear.
Bear,
MMA fighter, yes.
And I said to Bear, you're fat. You're so handsome. Why do you want to be fat on television? I mean, that was a senior moment. But I feel that way. When I look at fat people, I feel bad because I see a clock. I see the clock is...
Well, I know people like you who can eat and eat and eat not gain a pound.
I'm Italian.
He gains weight. If he eats, he gains weight. He just doesn't eat.
No, I'm Italian. I cook Italian. You know how delicious Italian food is.
Hey,
I-
listen, I used to live near you. I used to live in Palm Desert.
There you go, right down the street.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where were you?
He used to live in Palm Desert, he said.
At
Used
the Lakes
Yeah,
Country
you
Club
used
in
to live
Palm
in
Desert.
Palm Desert. Then you
Yeah.
got smart and you moved out.
No, you know something? It's one of the greatest regrets I'll have is moving out of that area. Once you live in Palm Springs and Palm Desert, that area, you, Rancho Mirage, all of that, it's in your blood, man. It's hard to get rid
You
of that.
serious?
When I go back now, I really, really love going back. My brother-in-law has a home there. I stay with him, and it's just beautiful.
It is beautiful in the winter,
The
but not the
next time
summer.
you come, let us know. You come over, I'll cook a nice meal.
I
for you.
will, Jimmy, I will.
But
Well,
it's
listen, I want to
it's
thank you guys for having
120
me on your show and
Tony,
treating me with the kind of respect that, you hope to get. You guys are wonderful to me. I'm forever
you're a great
grateful to
guy.
you.
So I have a question. I have a question for
But wait a
you.
minute. When it's 100,
Sure.
when it's 125 here, it's not so nice.
What happened? What is that thing right there in front of the?
No, it's not 125 there now.
No, not right now. Now
No.
it's beautiful. It's like
In
70.
August, come here in August. Your balls.
I didn't have a problem with 125 there.
Oh,
I
see, we
swear.
don't like it. We don't like
I
it.
didn't have a problem. I got in the house, the air conditioning, that was it. Had the pool in the back, and it didn't bother me.
So,
And I love date shakes. That's what made me fat, Jimmy.
oh, date shake. I've never had a date shake.
They're good.
Well,
I've never
don't
had-
start.
Good.
Because
So-
you'll gain 100 pounds, I'm telling
So
you.
first of all, so you said you retired, but you still do like one-off shows and stuff, right? You just don't tour, or no?
Why don't I?
Do you still do shows? I know you're not touring like all the time,
No.
but you do. You're
No,
not
no,
doing
no,
any
no, no.
shows.
The only thing I do is my radio shows. I do with my brother. We do them here out of Branson, but it airs on WABC in New York. And we're in the top 5 shows in New York at WABC. And like you, we go to 183 countries, and so that's my joy right now. I am also writing some scripts. I did 2 scripts, one of which hopefully have an animation film done that they seem to like, the people in power. So I'm having a good time being creative, but I don't have it in me to go out on stage anymore,
let's wait.
unless it's to raise money for veterans.
Oh, there you
Only
go.
God will retire me when it comes to working for veterans.
Good for you.
Barbara Streisand is now going on tour. Barbara Streisand has a ghost. She cannot hit those notes that she used to hit, and that's when her ghost comes in. Just like the guy that we went to see, that not nice singer,
Yeah, Frankie Valley.
Frankie Valli, not nice. Frankie Valli has a ghost, and the ghost hit all the high notes. So you see, I used to sing, not anymore. When I turned like 65 or 70, my voice changed. So I can't sing a note now. Now I sound like a frog. And I used to sing well. So Johnny Mantis again sang so softly all his life, he didn't hurt his vocals. But when you sing hard and loud, your vocals go. I don't care who you are. Jeanette MacDonald lost her voice. So many of the great people that I knew from the years ago that sang couldn't sing anymore. Frank Sinatra felt that smoking a cigarette made his voice sound good. I never tried that because I don't smoke. Had you ever think that smoking a cigarette while you sing makes your voice?
When I smoked, it didn't bother me. to
No,
be
does it
honest
make
with you.
your
And as a
voice
matter of
sound
fact, I kind of agreed with Frank. I used to co-host the UNLV. I had the honor of being able to co-host those shows with him for 7 years in Las Vegas. And we used to talk about that. And I used to say, Frank, the only thing that I noticed that I can say positive about smoking a cigarette, there's nothing really positive about it, is that I had a better ability for low notes. The low notes were fuller. So that was the only positive part of it. But Frank seemed to think it was, it didn't hurt him at all. But I think in the end, it hurts everybody because it'll kill you.
Cigarettes
so,
are no
too.
good. But
So-
Sinatra felt that he was mellow when he smoked. That the smoke would come out with his voice and even it
Hey,
out.
I'll tell you a story about Frank you guys will love. So he used to get on my case. He used to say, Tony, cross your T's and pronounce your S's. I said, what do you mean? Tonight when you're on stage, you said, good evening. tonight. You didn't say tonight. So when you sing, cross the T, tonight. And when you say an S, say shows. I want to hear the S. It's called pronunciation. And he would bust my ass all the time. So he goes in and he records Yellow Ribbon, right? And I'm listening to the record and I hear he sings, tie a yellow ribbon. I said,
Hoboken.
oh, it's my
Hoboken.
turn to get him now, man. I'm going to get him.
Hoboken.
So I
He
walk up to him and I said,
Wait, let him
Frank,
finish.
what is this tie a yellow ribbon stuff? It's not yellow, it's yellow. Yellow ribbon. he goes, Tony, I would have a reason if I did the yellow ribbon. If John Wayne walked up to you and he said, hey, Tony, would you sing that tie a yellow ribbon for me? It's my favorite song. Do you think I'm going to not put tie a yellow ribbon in there for him?
Listen, his
He did
daughter,
that for John Wayne. Isn't that great? As a tribute to John, because that's, of course, John Wayne never said yellow. He said tie a yellow ribbon, a yellow.
Right.
Yes.
Frank Sinatra's daughter, she lives here in Palm Springs.
Yes.
She's very active with the gay community. And the one experience I had with her, when I said something about speaking, I said, Frank never lost his Hoboken accent. And she argued with me. She said, oh, yes, he did. I said, he did? I said, that's your father. You don't, it's our little dog. I said, you don't hear your father's accent. But my father came from Italy. And my friends used to say to me, how do you understand your father? We don't. You do. I said, your father definitely has a Hoboken accent. And she just walked away. And she wasn't going to argue the point. She really believes her father spoke perfect English. He did not. I mean, I heard his New York Hoboken in every song he's ever sang. You heard it.
So hang on.
That's because he wasn't a phony, Jim.
That's right. Oh, Ron. He's Ron. I'm Jim. So let's go to
tell you something else. You know where he's buried there in Palm Springs, right?
Right.
Yes.
Our cemetery.
Well, my brother-in-law, every single birthday, his birthday, Frank's birthday, brings a Jack Daniels to his grave, a bottle, every single year. So one year I go there and I notice that somebody damaged the headstone. Somebody put a hammer to a lot of the words on the headstone. So I called a guy named Chuck Granada, who was friends with Frank, who wrote the last book on Frank, to please, and he does Sirius Sinatra also on the radio station, on Sirius Radio. I said, would you call Nancy or Tina and tell them that somebody desecrated and brutally attacked that headstone? And Frank doesn't deserve that. And sure enough, I go back to Palm Springs a year later, and there's a brand new headstone there, thank God.
Good.
Sure. I'm pissed off at the Star in Palm Springs. Mr. Blackwell, you know who he was, right?
Do you know who Mr. Blackwell was? Like the
10 worst.
10 worst dressed list back in the day of all.
Very famous designer. Anyway, he's my best friend.
Oh, I know who he is. Yeah, I know who you mean now. Yeah.
Blackwell. And his
Yeah,
star,
I remember.
his star used to be in the front of where the department store was years ago. Then they did the sidewalk. Now I can't find Blackwell's star anywhere. So when I have a minute, I'm going to go after them and say, what happened to his star? Beryl Davis's star was next to Blackwell's, was there. Everybody, so how could they not put Blackwell's star back? So I will, as soon as when we get back from all our bullshit, I will do it. It's on my list.
So let's
I want to know where it went.
Let's do a plug for your radio show real quick. So it's WABC Music Radio, Saturday night with Tony Orlando. It's from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. I wrote down some of the people. So you don't just do interviews. You actually play the music of all the different people that you know, basically, right? Or like, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I wrote down some of the people that you've had on because I was super jealous that you had Taylor Hanson because I'm a huge Hanson fan. And so I wrote Taylor Hanson, Debbie Gibson, Mark Farner from Grand Funk Railroad, Crystal Gale, Keith Urban, Smokey Robinson, Engelbert Humperdinck, Gloria Gaynor, Adam Sandler. So you've had a bunch of great guests. Do you like doing interviews since you're usually the one getting interviewed?
He didn't.
Yeah, we've been very lucky. I call them up on the phone, And this very phone I'm using right now, if you see this microphone, when I call them up, I just put the microphone to this phone in a phone call with Adam or Lionel Richie or Clive Davis or any of the people I've had. In fact, Keith Urban just recently, I just put the phone right next to it because there's a reality to that. There's realness, like you were talking about earlier, Jim.
Sure.
There's no lie behind that.
Right.
It's not whatever happens in the interview, and so and I'm able to, after 64 years, you make a lot of friends. You got a lot of friends in this
Sure.
business, and they've been kind enough to come on. They normally wouldn't go on for an interview like that. So I've been very blessed. We've gone everywhere from people like Adam or like Lionel Richie to behind the scenes like Clive Davis, and so it's been a great experience for me to
Yes.
talk to what are really friends of mine
But
about
you-
the industry with the opportunity to have the audience in on things they don't normally hear, like your show,
Right.
like what we're doing right now.
but you have never had Patti LaBelle.
I don't know if he has or not.
I'm asking
Who?
him.
Have you ever had Patti LaBelle?
LaBelle.
Of course. Patti LaBelle is a very dear. Patti LaBelle
Put
is
your
a very,
face near
very
the
dear
camera.
friend.
Tony, put your face near the camera.
Patti LaBelle is his
Wait,
favorite.
I want to smack you. Put your face near the camera, you son of a bitch. I want Patti LaBelle. When I lived in Pennsylvania, my sweet dear friend who I love, and you know her, you're gonna love her too, Sister Sledge.
Kathy Sledge.
Kathy. Do you know Kathy Sledge?
No.
Oh, you're missing out. Oh, she's one of the greatest human beings in the world. She and her sisters, they're wonderful. Anyway, I'm good friends with her, and her husband lives in Newtown. They live next town, and I invited them for dinner, and we were moving. And she said, "Oh, listen, Ron, I have a problem with the dinner date." I said, "What is it?" She said, "Well, we're supposed to be with Patti LaBelle. Can I bring her to your house for dinner?" Well, after they revived me an hour later, I said, "You have to ask me. I will die. I will absolutely die. If that bitch doesn't sing while I'm cooking, I'll kill her." So anyway, the date comes, and as it turns out, the moving men are coming. I said, "Jimmy, what are we going to do?" I said, "I can't. Maybe I'll just put Patti LaBelle on the patio with the furniture's going out of the house." So my heart was broken. So I said to, what's her name?
Kathy.
Kathy. She said, "We'll do it again," but we never did.
But then we moved to California.
And guess what? Guess what, Tony? She's playing right now at the casino here.
Oh,
She's their New Year's guest.
She's an awesome, awesome singer.
Oh, I'm crazy about her. Are you kidding?
Yeah, she's unbelievable.
Oh, I could listen to her all day.
She's unbelievable. You ever hear her do "Somewhere Over the Rainbow"? Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, I know every song
absolutely.
she does.
It's an experience.
So do you know
really
her?
is.
You know her
She's
privately?
amazing.
Friend. She's
Yeah.
a very good friend.
Yeah, everybody that knows her, that I know, they all say she's lovely.
I love it. So we only got a couple minutes. Since you're writing scripts in your retirement, we should also give a plug because you have written 2 books, which we didn't mention last time because I didn't know you had any books. Halfway to Paradise by Tony Orlando and Tie a Yellow Ribbon While We Are Apart by Tony Orlando. So you're only writing scripts now, or are you writing more books too?
Well, I've written a Broadway show, but
Okay.
I've also writing a new book on the stories and experiences I've had. Not much of an autobiography because that book that you just read, Halfway to Paradise, is basically that. But after 64 years, I've met so many people, worked for 9 presidents, been able to. You mentioned Barbara Streisand. I was in Stars Born with Barbara, and Chris Christopherson, and then in Adam Sandler's movie, That's My Boy, just recently, not long ago, was in that film with Adam.
You're in
And
A
so
Star
it's-
Is Born?
Pardon me?
You're in A Star Is Born?
Yeah,
Fuck, now I have to go back and watch it just to see that.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
great movie. I love the movie.
Yeah. So it's been it's been a dream come true journey for me. I never saw high school. I've been able to. I had a 4-year time on CBS with my own variety show. We've sold, the girls and I don't know how many millions of records. God bless them. And now I continue on using the juices that are creative in me hopefully find a new level, a new area for myself. And I continue to move on. And if I do shows, it's to raise money on behalf of veterans. And I do this show with my brother David Orlando here for WABC in New York, which, well, by the way, was a station I grew up listening to with cousin Brucey in 1960 when he went on the
Brucey,
air.
remember? Yeah.
I was 15 years old.
Brucey, cousin Brucey.
Yeah.
I remember.
And he's still
cousin
there.
Brucey.
He's
And
still
he's still
there,
there.
yeah.
And he's still great.
Wait.
He's young.
He's still alive?
He's got a great attitude. He's wonderful.
Yeah, he's still got a show.
He's still alive and he has a show.
Yeah.
Cousin Brucey has to be 100.
No, he's I think 6 years older than me, so I'm 81.
He's 86. 87. Sorry, I'm dumb.
I remember cousin
He's
Brucey.
younger than Engelbert Humperdinck. He's younger than Frankie Valli.
But
I
I
love it.
remember cousin Brucey. Oh, he was big when I was young.
And don't forget, he was on Sirius Radio for I don't know how many years with a national show. Just
65.
recently left there to go back to his home at WABC. And WABC is a very interesting station because, first of all, it's probably one of the most iconic stations in the country because that radio station was one of the first 50,000 watt stations. You could hear that radio station, honestly, at the end of Florida and at the end of Texas, and somewhere in the Midwest it would end, but it had a capacity to be heard everywhere around the country back in the 60s.
That's
And
right.
then now it's the number one talk station in all of New York. And on the weekends, we go music. So John Catsimatidis, who owns it, came up with a very clever idea, having hard talk shows from Monday to Friday and having a release of emotions with music on the weekends with myself. And Joe Piscopo has a show where he pays tribute to Sinatra. And Brucey does his oldies. And Vinny Modugno, who's a young kid, just starting out, doing a great job. So it's a good experience for me. I thought I was doing them a favor. Prior to the pandemic, they asked me to come on and do them a favor for 2 hours, and I haven't left. It's 5 years later.
And you're enjoying it, right?
Well,
I'm having a ball with it.
I
Yeah.
know one
Good.
thing. I know one thing about you now for sure. You're a talker, and that's what's important. You're not boring, huh? You're,
Yeah, right.
you're a talker. A good
Oh, I'm a talker. Yeah, I'm a talker. No doubt
A
about it.
very good talker, and to have our talk show, you got to talk, and you're interesting, and you're funny, and your personality. So
Well,
your
thank
show,
you, Jimmy.
no, your show. Listen again. I'm
Thank
telling
you.
the truth.
So
People that are listening to us or seeing us
Well,
now,
I know you only got a couple of minutes, but I just want you to know something. I do watch the show, and you guys are really great. And I just want you to know it's really a pleasure and a privilege to be on with you. Thank you for having me.
Thank
Oh,
you.
stop
So you
it.
guys can follow
Again, it's our pleasure.
You can follow
couldn't-
Tony on Instagram. He's at official Tony Orlando. And you guys, his Spotify numbers for the year came out. He has 24.1 million streams, 184 countries, 5.1 million listeners. Let's get his Spotify numbers up for next year, you guys. That's an incredible numbers, but I mean, you're Tony Orlando, so let's get
I
it
want to
bigger.
get this out. Jimmy has a movie that he's working on right now about paradise. Wouldn't it be funny if you used his song?
Oh, no, absolutely.
It was
Yeah.
written by Carole King and Jerry Goffin. That's not bad.
Yes, I've got a really good movie, actually.
It's
Which,
called
once I'm not
Saving-
funded yet, but
Saving-
when I get money for it, we'll talk.
It's called
That's actually a really
Par-
good idea.
Saving Paradise.
I love it.
And your song would be perfect for it because it tells what they're doing.
I love it. So anyway, this is Tony Orlando, you guys. I hope you and your family have a wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New
Merry,
Year. We
Merry
wish you
Christmas.
only wonderful things in the new year and now. And thank you so much for coming on the show, and we'll see you soon.
Thank
And if
you.
we're still living
Thank
here,
you.
if we're
Jimmy,
still living here, we
Thank
have-
you, Russ. Thank you so much for having me. God bless and Merry Christmas to all of you as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tony. Have a good one.
Hey, everybody. That's
Bye,
Tony
baby.
Orlando. What a great
We love
thing.
him. We love him.
Also, we're going to take a quick music break, and then we're going to bring back on Lorene Landon. So this is Paulino, you guys. He's a new artist on World Star Empire Records, and the name of this song is One Wish This Winter. It's kind of like a rock Christmas ballad. I think you guys will dig it, and then we'll be back with Lorene Landon. So enjoy, everybody.
If I had one wish to grant you this season, what could I give to show you the reasons I feel inside for the gifts we've been chosen to see. I mean that sincerely. All of the glow, covered in tinsel, caroling choirs, the bells and the whistles, holly and mistletoe, blending where the muse is, coming alive with the music. Wrapping and ribbons, November snow, as old man winter nips at the nose, candy cane colors and wreaths evergreen, with goodwill for the new year to bring. All that we share in this moment, warm blessings from me to you. City street lights shining so bright, uplifting hearts with the moon. If I had one wish to offer this winter, before the fire burns wood into cinder, I would confess to you how much I truly adore. I could never ask for more than wrapping and ribbons, November snow, as old man winter nips at the nose, candy cane colors and wreaths evergreen, with goodwill for the new year to bring. All that we share in this moment, warm blessings from me to you. City street lights shining so bright, uplifting hearts with the moon. I wish for what matters and hope you will too. Thoughts of us together, so joyous and true. In these days of friendship, when we could use a few, I'm so glad just to be here, full of gratitude. Wishing happy holidays to you.
Hey everybody, that's One Wish This Winter. The name of the artist is Paulino. He's a great artist, and you can follow his music is paulinosings.com, I think. All right, we're going to bring on our superstar second guest, our favorite person on the planet, Lorraine Landon. Let's see, we got her? Hey!
Where am I? Where are you? I don't see anybody. I see One Wish This Winter.
Oh, you don't see us anymore, for real? Because we can see
No.
you.
You can see me?
Yes, we can see you.
You poor things.
There you go. Go a little higher. There you go. That's perfect. Now we. Oh, no. Go back up a little bit more so we see the top of your head. No, the other way. Go the other way.
No, that's okay. We could see your knockers.
This is my new rescue. This is my new rescue.
This is her new rescue. It's a dog barking.
His name is Liberty.
Hey, Liberty. Hold on.
He's a rescue, people.
We have to go back the other way. Hold on. Pull it up a little bit so we can see the top of your head. Right now we see your nose.
No, we see your cleavage.
And your
now.
cleavage, but
You
go
don't
up a
want to
little.
see my. These got
There you go.
nominated. These got nominated for the Golden Globes. Did you know?
Oh, good for you. All right. Now we're going to. No, go back. It keeps going. Okay. That's where we want it. Right there. Leave it there.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
I
perfect. All right.
can't see anything, which is probably a good thing.
All right. Well, you can just look forward. Look straight forward and we'll be okay. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, our favorite glamorous movie star, Lorraine Landon. Hello, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I haven't been on in what?
A long time, like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, at least. That's
We love it.
what you think of me. Anyway.
No, we
Hey,
love you.
We've had between you and I, we've had a lot of situations we had to put aside.
Yes.
We had some health issues, and now we're home. We're both fine, and we're on. See, how do you like that? I love you.
I love you too, Ron.
Plain English, love
You're
you.
so authentic. You're both the most authentic people
Yeah,
I've
but I love
ever
you.
met. in my-
So you're working. I'm happy.
Oh, hang on one sec. We got to do some like hellos. All right. So first of all, the Wagners are in the chat room. They're saying that they love you. So first, say hi to everybody in the chat room in general.
Hello, everybody in the chat room. Hello. I don't know where you are.
And then you have to say hi to Cindy and to
Hi, Cindy. Hi, Cindy, sweetheart. How are you?
and Don Hinton
Oh, Dawn. Hi, darling. Hi, Dawn. How are you, sweetheart?
and the Wagners, which you must have
Oh, Wagner's, of course. Sam's the boss.
and Lance, Sam and Lance and
Yes, Lance. I adore them. I met them at an autograph show years ago, and we've been like this ever since. Sam is drop dead gorgeous. Check her out, everybody. But she's taken. Don't go too far.
So how are you? How's life? You ready for Christmas?
Well, I'm kind of right now. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of shaking because I just saw a horror movie today, and I'm trying to recover from it.
You got to be kidding.
No, I'm not.
With all the movies you make, they upset you?
Yes,
What was the movie?
it's called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's so funny. Anyway, there's this gigantic behemoth creature that looks like a tube of toothpaste that exploded and is covered with feathers. And it's got these teeth. And I was so scared I had to turn off the TV.
It's a real no. It's not.
It sounds like one of the shitty movies I'm in.
No, it was on the other day, and it's my favorite Christmas story of all time.
I love it too.
What is your favorite Christmas story?
My favorite Christmas story is I have two different ones. One of them is a modern day story, and it's a movie. It's called The Family Stone.
This take long.
And then
Mine is Bishop's wife, Cary Grant and Loretta Young.
that was going to be my second one, and we just watched it the other night.
I never saw it. What's it about?
It's about Cary Grant's an angel, and he comes down from heaven to help this priest out with his church. And the story unfolds from there. It's a beautiful story, so Christmas, and Cary Grant is absolutely magnificent looking. It's the best he's ever looked in a movie.
Yeah, he's better looking than any actress he ever starred out with, so that's for sure.
Oh, we love Cary Grant. We have one other movie. What's the movie that we watch every Christmas Eve with your daughters?
Oh, it happened on Fifth Avenue.
It Happened on Fifth Avenue was another great movie.
Yeah.
I love it.
Miracle? Are you thinking of Miracle on?
No,
that's a different one.
Miracle on 34th Street. It happened
On Fifth Avenue.
on Fifth Avenue. It's about this homeless guy who knows how to get into this huge mansion, and because the people go away for Christmas, and he takes all the other homeless people, and they all live in this house, for Christmas. And
It's a great
it's
story.
a great story. It's really fantastic story.
I'll have to check it out. I never saw it.
Gail Storm, who used to be a very good comedian years ago, Gail Storm. And it's a wonderful, all the old 1940s movies.
Those are the best movies.
Scripts.
Nothing today that compares to them, in my estimation.
No,
All
I agree.
the old movies. It's all the black and white with Robert Mitchum, my favorite. Brando, of course. Just all the great old guys from the 40s and the 50s, and especially Robert Mitchum.
I like Robert Mitchum a lot too. And Robert Mitchum was best friends with Jane Russell.
They were like, oh yeah, they're best. She cried over him years. I mean, if you talked about Mitch, as she called him, they were very close friends. They made a lot of movies together.
Yeah.
And Jane just liked him because he was a drunk, like she was.
Yes, he was on a couple of shows, and he was drunk on every show I saw. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know he was drunk, but just anybody go look on YouTube, Robert Mitchum on different shows, and he's he's drinking and he says it's soda, and he's getting progressively drunker, and by the end they have to cut the show because he's so blasted. And it's hilarious because he doesn't know his condition, but it's wonderful to watch where he goes from a normal.
He and Jane Russell used to have drinking contests. Who could drink who under the table?
I believe
Guess who won? Guess who won?
She did.
She did.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then she went and got cleaned up at 80 years old. She stopped drinking and became sober. And he didn't. He kept drinking, and eventually alcohol was one of the reasons he passed away.
And lung cancer, I believe, from smoking.
Everything. Mitch didn't care. He was very reckless, she said. Always. He was a reckless guy. On a set of a movie they were making, somebody complained about their drinking. And he said, "Oh, yeah, you don't like us drinking on the set?" He put a blanket down one day, put out food and booze. And he and Jane Russell went and sat on the blanket. Instead of working, they just drank and ate. The producer said, "What are we doing?" He said, "This is it. We're on the set and we're working." And they got smart and they said, "Okay, you can drink and have snacks on the set."
So I want to brag a little for anybody who, in case they don't know who you are.
Of course, I know. Yes.
So first of all, last week on our show we had Michael Zucker, who's the writer of the original Airplane. So you guys, one of the movies that Lorraine has been in was Airplane 2 with all the famous stars. She was in a movie called 100, you guys, which was fucking awesome, and she's got a big poster of it in her house. It's this huge poster, and basically I wrote it down so I could tell people. Born in a tribe of fierce warrior women, the archer and sword fighter Hundra has been raised to despise the influence of men. Superior to any male, Hundra takes a vow of revenge until one day she finds love. Was that a big hit, that movie?
Oh, a huge flop.
I've had some of those too.
No, I'll tell you what happened with that movie is that the producers took the movie to Universal Studios. They were offered $1 million. This is going back over 30 years, eh? And the executives at Universal offered them $1 million, and the producers said, "No, we'll get back to you." So they went to 3 or 4 other studios. The other studios turned it down. So they went back to Universal and said, "Oh, we'll take the $1.4 million." And Bob Ramey, I think it was, I forget, I think it's Bob Ramey, said, "No, thank you. We know we all talk, us studio heads all talk." So they all knew that the money people, executive producers, were shopping Hundra to all the studios, to Warner Brothers and Paramount and 20th Century Fox, and they should have taken $1 million, but they were very greedy. But I did about 38 stunts in that film, and there's only one that I did not do, and that's falling about 8-9 stories high from a tower in Almeria, Spain.
I love it. I just love it because, first of all, because you're kind of like an action hero before there were action heroes, because you did another movie right after that called Yellow Hair and the Fortress of Gold, and basically you're like a female Indiana Jones.
Yes, that was true. That was shot in Almeria. The first one was shot in Almeria and Segovia in Spain, where they shot all the movies that Schwarzenegger did. The big one, Conan. Yeah.
Yeah, which is the big one.
And then I recently did a Blu-ray, an hour and a half interview for a Blu-ray that's coming out. I hope everybody will rent it. It's called America 3000. And I did the Blu-ray interview last week, and it's about 900 years in the future, and it's post-apocalyptic, and women are against men, yet the women are the matriarchs and they run the society, the wasteland. And it's a comedy and it's science fiction. Don't take it serious because it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's a comedy. That's what it was meant to be.
I would
And
love it.
it was kind of ahead of its time because it deals a lot with social issues that we're still to this day talking about. So
Okay, wait. I have. What is she? My niece. My niece Mary Brando would always talk about the
Mary,
that happened with Christopher Brando.
Christian, I was with Christian after Mary.
Don't silence. Don't. You're going to kill the whole point. Wait a minute. I do this. And Marlon Brando's son. My niece was married to Marlon Brando's son.
Mhm.
And she would speak of this blonde girl in court and stuff. Well, years later, the blonde girl that was in court that was involved in this scandal was Lorene Landon. She had dated
Christian.
Talk about it now. You can do it.
Yes, I met him at a guy's house named Skippy Lowe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Skippy.
Everybody called him Skippy Lowe.
Skippy
Anyway,
Lowe.
Skippy Low Life.
Absolutely. He interviewed me. I almost died.
And so he invited me to come to his house on Crescent Heights. And when I went there were two guys there. One was Bill Cable, and the other was a guy named Christian Brando. And they were both being very amorous. And I didn't honestly know who was who because Bill Cable looked more like Marlon than the other guy. Christian looks like his mother, Anna Kashfi. So he kept teasing me, and he was so funny. I'm attracted to men that are really insanely funny and don't give a shit. So we started going out. We didn't start going out. He was calling me. It was right after I did All the Marbles, the wrestling film, and he was calling me and he said, "Hi, this is Ronnie so-and-so from Canon Films." And I said, "Yes." I didn't know. And he says, "I want to give you a big part in my movie." I said, what is this about? And he says, "I want you to come to my house and wrestle me. If you wrestle me for the part." I said, "I just did a wrestling movie." He said, "Oh, we'll make up another one, but I want you to come and wrestle me." And I said, "No, thank you." And I hung up the phone. And 2 minutes later, Christian Brando calls, screaming his head off, laughing. And he said, "That was me." And I had only met him once before, so I didn't know that it was him. Anyway, we struck up a conversation and we started going out. And ultimately, I lived with him for about 8 years. And he got the gun at my house that night, May 16th, 1990. And it's a part of my life that I'll always feel very, very guilty about because it's just something I could have maybe stopped, but I didn't know what was going on. I just knew he came to my apartment after I was at a screening of one of my films, and he didn't want to go. He said he was going to dinner with Cheyenne, his little sister, who was 8.5 months pregnant. So when I got home, my mom was there in the kitchen making tea, and Christian came bursting in my apartment, and he's shaking his head. He said, "She's being beat up. He's beating her up." I said, "Who's beating who up?" He said, "Cheyenne's down in the truck. She's, I know." I said, "She's 8 months pregnant at least." And he says, "Oh, let me go to the bathroom." So he disappeared down the hall. I didn't see where he went. When he came back, he ran downstairs and said to follow him. So I ran down the stairs of the apartment and I saw Cheyenne in the truck and she was crying. And I asked if she was okay. And she said, "Yeah, I'm okay. I don't want to talk about it." And something struck me. I don't know. I didn't want to get involved in her life because I could tell she was not interested in having a conversation with anybody, especially me. And anyway, they left. They took off. And about 5 hours later, I get a call from Bill Cable, his best friend. And Bill said, are you sitting down? And I screamed, where is Christian? He was supposed to come right back. And Bill Cable said, Christian's in jail for murder. And I just couldn't believe it. It's been a long time, but it's still talking about it.
No, it's terrible. It's a traumatic thing, but it's not your fault.
And a lot of people think he went up and he killed Dag Verlet at Marlene's house on purpose. That was not the fact. The fact was, and the evidence showed, I was in the trial, as Mary was, I'm sure. Yes. And he pointed the gun at Dag Verlet and said, don't you ever beat up my sister again. And Dag was on the couch and he slapped the gun, and the gun went off, went down through his cheek and out the back of his neck. Now, it took the fire department 22 minutes to get to Marlene's house, and they were only 6 minutes away.
Wow.
So essentially, Dag bled to death is what happened.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Such a tragedy.
I know Mary doesn't talk much about it, but when Mary found out that you and I were good friends, she said to me, that's the girl that he left me for. No, that I left. I don't know. How did Mary get involved with him? She doesn't talk about it. It's very.
No, she was married to him for quite a while.
Yes.
They were divorced when he approached me. They were divorced. And her and I kept in touch, and we were friends. She was lovely, absolutely lovely. And she had on La Cienega, she had a beauty salon. And she was a beautiful and lovely woman. And I don't know what happened. Perhaps they outgrew each other. I don't know. But
you've had some life, though. You've got highs and lows.
Mary married my nephew, Billy. And
when?
After that, right?
After after he got out of jail, I guess. And
is she still married?
Do
Not
I
to
still
Billy.
see Mary?
No, she's not married to Billy anymore.
No, but I love her. She, out of the whole family, she's the nicest one. She's a very Greek girl, raised very Greek.
Yes, she is.
And very religious.
Yes.
And very beautiful. I just saw her at my nephew's wedding, and she looks about 25. I don't understand how this girl, long brown hair with beautiful skin and just a beautiful woman. And I've tried to, talk about it, and she knows my business is talk. And I think she doesn't want me to know too much because I'm going to bring it out publicly, which I wouldn't. I opened the door for you. If you wanted to talk about it, you did. If you didn't, I would have let it go.
The only reason I'm talking about it is because it's been so long now, and I've had time to ruminate, and people have asked me for years to write a book on my relationship with Christian and with Marlon, because I was very, very close to Marlon Brando. And I think that Billy Zane did a phenomenal job playing Brando in the movie Waltzing with Brando. He's astonishing, down to his face mannerisms, the smile, the heartache in his eyes, which Marlon always had. Even before this thing happened with Christian, there was such a sadness about him, and he was so genuine and so un-Hollywood. He hated Hollywood. He said he only made movies to make money. That's the only reason he was making movies. He didn't like Hollywood at all.
What about you? So because first of all, let me go over a couple more things real quick, because we have a lot of horror fans. So I guess Maniac and Maniac Cop 2 are two of the films that established you as a horror, an iconic person in horror, because those are huge films. And actually, we've had Robert Davi, Claudia Christian, Leo Rossi's been on the show. And I've met Robert Zadar several times before he passed.
I know.
So what do you think of those films? Because in the chat room, they're all talking about what great films they are. And I watched both of them during COVID, actually. again. You know, I've seen him before, but I watched him again.
Maybe they gave you COVID. I just finished a film called Waxman, and it's directed by the eclectic, multifaceted artist named Thomas Churchill.
Who's actually in the chat room, so say hi.
Hi, Thomas. I call him Sir Thomas Churchill always, because to me he is like a sir. He is fantastic. He did this movie called Waxman, and it's I play a character that is my pivotal role in it is affecting how the Waxman murders people, and everything that he does is because of something that I precipitate for him to do. And you have to see it. It's going to be a franchise. He's a magnificent director. And the producer, who I adore, is Alexandra Hunt. And she love her. Oh, I wish every producer was like her, because she's so giving and caring, and she's not dismissive like a lot of people I've worked with.
So you guys, Waxman stars Scott Schwartz, who's been on our show, Charlie Schlatter, Sharna Burgess, Frank Stallone, John Abrahams, who was on our show this year, and Mark Hoadley, which we love Mark Hoadley.
Oh, Mark's fabulous.
He's a great guy. And I also noticed that you just finished a movie called A Soldier's Descent. I'm friends with Phil Harmon.
I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Okay.
I got a call from the director the other day, and I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Okay.
I signed an NDA, that's all. So
That's
I
fine.
hate that shit.
We won't talk about it. No, we're not going to talk
No,
about
I
it.
know that, but I hate that. You know, years ago, pre-publicity sold a movie. Today, they're so afraid it's going to be stolen. They should only be so lucky, because half of them are crap anyway. They can't even give them away.
So we have another one.
Stolen.
7 Days to Hell. Denise Milford, who was in what's the movie that we came out at Christmas time? The Beast Inside. Yeah, she's in The Beast Inside. Mike Ferguson, Shane Woodson's the director and the writer. You've done a bunch of stuff. Since the last time we have you on, you've done a lot of films.
Once Upon a Killing Time, directed by Michael Mostaskis, is on YouTube right now, if you'd like to watch it. He's a nice director, wonderful director, a good man, very, very, very sympathetic, empathetic. And I also am doing next week another Blu-ray interview for my movie All the Marbles, the wrestling film I did years and years before your parents were born. Anyway, it's they're doing.
Tell us about All the Marbles, because that starts. So Ron was friends with Burt Young, and it also starred Peter Falk and Vicky Frederick, and it's a Robert Aldrich film, who's a huge director.
Oh yeah, he was one of the top 10 directors in film history to this day, if not the top 5. He was a magnanimous human being, and out of 2,000 girls, they only selected 2 of us, and I was fortunate enough to be one of the 2 selected. They narrowed it down to something like 20 girls and then 10 girls, and then they sent 4 of us to wrestling school for 6 months, and during that period, the actors' strike hit. So 2 of the girls stopped, which they were supposed to do. But Vicky Frederick and I were so determined that we went on our own time. We were not getting paid at all, nothing. But we just continued to go to the ring, Mildred Burke's ring out in the valley. And it paid off. We were chosen to be the 2 female wrestlers in the movie, and Paul Newman was signed to do the movie. He was going to do it first, and then he had another movie, I think it was The Color of Purple or something like that, in that same time frame, and he decided to do the other movie. So they chose
Peter Falk.
Peter Falk, yes.
Well, we had fun. You and I were in 2 movies together.
Yes.
3 movies. You and I were in 3 movies.
Is that Astro?
Was
Yes.
when we blew them all away. When we had to kiss at the bar, remember?
I never saw it.
They took it out. They didn't
took
leave
it
it.
out because you had fun with that. You started rolling all over me, like kissing me and passionately, and they had to cut that out. They said it was too real. I said, well, we were having
In your mind.
Well, you know, if Lorraine Landon is kissing me, I'm not pushing her away. That's for sure.
I didn't know.
I may be gay, but I'm not crazy.
I didn't know that that he cut it out. I didn't know.
What if I got the movie? What was that movie?
You're in The Beast Inside together. You're in Clown Motel 2.
But what was the one where we were making out in the
Clown
back?
Motel.
Clown Motel 2.
Clown Motel 2.
I remember it, but I don't remember the movie.
That's
But
okay.
we had fun. Meanwhile, your performance in Beast Inside was absolutely Academy Award winning, and how you held it for so long, I was amazed, because we had to shut down for some reason, and you just laid in that hospital bed, not leaving your character for a minute. And I said, she can do it. She's a good actress.
Thank
And
you.
You did a beautiful job in that film.
Sadie Katz was fabulous in it as well, and so were you, Ron. I loved your part as well. It was a terrific movie.
I was 2 minutes as a doctor.
No, hey, there's an actress that got Best Supporting Actress, and she was only on camera for a couple of minutes, 2 minutes. I can't think of her name right now. Somebody in the chat room I know knows her name.
So I
there's
have
a movie with Meryl Streep. That rings the bell.
which we should tell everybody. You have a movie too. Well, two other movies. I, The Jury is a great movie, and I love Armand Assante, Barbara Carrera, Jeffrey Lewis, Paul Sorvino, Alan King. It's a great movie. You guys should see it. Lorene is phenomenal in it. And then you have another movie that you're not in for that much, but it's a great movie. And I actually watched it after we first met you. I think after maybe the second time you were on. It's called Sky, you guys, with Diane Kruger, Norman Reedus, Lena Dunham, Joshua Jackson, Lou Diamond Phillips, Andrew Benarski, who's been on our show actually because he was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He played Leatherface, back in the day.
Yeah, they show that at the TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival. I was there, and I got a standing ovation. And the Hollywood Reporter said, and I quote, that Lorene Landon is so fantastic in this movie. You wish the entire movie were about her.
There you go.
I was flabbergasted because I was not in it very much. I just played her somebody she hooks up with on the way to Vegas, and my part was much, much bigger. But sometimes the lead female has other ideas.
Yes, she doesn't want to be upstage. She doesn't want you upstaging her, so she gets your part cut down smaller.
No, I didn't say that, but
I did.
But you know what? People that do that, in the end, it doesn't work because the film is not what it should be.
oh, she was wonderful in the film. I thought she was fabulous in the movie.
You think she was wonderful in the
She
film?
married Norman Reedus.
Reedus, from that movie, right?
Yeah, they met on the movie, and now they live in New York, and they have 2 children. Mm-hmm.
Norman Reedus is really, really cool. I've met him a bunch of times.
Oh, he's a doll. He
He's
loves his.
yes, I know.
Now let's talk about you privately. Where don't you have a boyfriend?
I live with somebody I've been with for about 20 years, but
You said he's just a friend.
he's just a friend now. He helps me because I'm so technologically impugned, as you well know.
But you're getting so much better.
No, that's because Lady Lake helped me, and everybody's helping me. You're helping me, and I'm just not savvy when it comes to computers. It's just not my thing, I'm just not too intelligent.
No, you're very intelligent. It's just you're technically challenged.
No,
That's
we
all.
don't give a shit. That's what it is. It belongs to the young people. Why should I knock myself out to learn a computer and all that nonsense that goes with it? It doesn't make a living. It's just nosy stuff. No. I don't give.
You have problems with technology, Ron?
Yeah.
No, I don't have. If I wanted to, I could do it. I just don't choose to do it because it doesn't interest me. And I have so much, I'm 85 years old. So I just have so much brain capacity. I don't need to overload my brain with nonsense. I have enough time focusing on what's real.
So
if you understand what I mean.
So you guys can follow Lorene on Instagram. She's at Lorene_Landon. So I want to like bring up a different subject.
No, I want to bring up something that I admire so much about Lorene.
Okay.
She could learn a script from beginning to end. I can't even learn 2 words. I have to have Jimmy talk to me in my ear. I work with an earplug. I just finished doing Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell.
How was that?
It was delicious. It was delightful. I didn't have to knock myself out to remember a line. And I was brilliant as an actor and handsome as an actor because I was able to do all the shit that we do to make us look good. When you're learning lines and you're worried about your lines, your face changes because you're like this. You're worried. You're thinking.
I can't see you.
Oh no, I loved it because it was an easy. Everything came to me easy. Lainey Kazan, we talked about it, her being in a movie of mine, and she said she doesn't remember lines anymore. She's my age. I said we could put a plug in your ear and feed you the lines. She said I tried that with her Greek movie, and she said I couldn't act. I couldn't act with that plug in her ear.
But you remember lines, right, Lorene, really easily?
Everything.
Yeah, well, I used to remember. I could read a script, an entire script, and read it again and have my lines and the other lines memorized. But as you get older, your brain gets a little warped. But I'm still able to do lines. I still do movies, obviously. But what I always do is I memorize the lines first and foremost, because when you memorize lines, that's the skeleton for me. That's the skeleton. You're memorizing the skeleton. Then you put the meat on it, which are the doings. This is what made Marlon Brando so famous, is he was always doing something. He created naturalistic acting. If you ever saw the movie he did with, what was it called? On the Waterfront, he picked up the lady's glove and he put it on his hand. It was not in the script, and he played with it, and they left that in. And a lot of stuff that he did in Streetcar Named Desire, he just improvised, but he's always thinking. And I think a great actor is always thinking. They're not just saying dialogue, but they're doing something. It's called doings, doing this, doing that, picking something up, because every change of circumstance alters your tempo rhythm. For instance, if I'm holding this, the mouse, and I drop the mouse, I got to pick it up. That's altering my tempo rhythm. So I'm very conscientious of that. And also, I always try to look deeper into the character. I always try to come up with something more than is given to me that I can hopefully add to the character to make it more interesting. Now, Thomas Churchill has made me a fabulous role already in Waxman, and I think it's going to be a huge hit. Like I said, it's a franchise that he and Alexandra Hunt did, and he really gave me a wonderful chance and trusted my instincts. I did a film for him a couple of years ago. I played opposite Bruce Stern as his younger wife, his alcoholic, psychotic wife, which was no acting involved. But
yeah, right.
I'm very sober for a long time. But he gave me a chance, and a lot of people at my age dismiss us. Once you turn 30 or 40, you're dismissed. You're disintegrated. Really, nobody wants to look at you. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants to go see you in a movie, and that's okay too. Because my other cause is helping animals,
Yes.
And I love dogs. There are 6 million dogs in the world, in the United States. 6 million that are walking the streets homeless right now, and there are at least 2.5 million that are in shelters all across the country, and it's primarily pit bulls. 64% of the dogs that you'll find in shelters are pit bulls. I happen to have 2. You might see on the wall back there, Moses. and Izzy the termite, because she ate the couch when I brought her in. It took her 3 days, but she ate the couch, and I didn't.
I've had that happen too. I had an Airedale that ate a sitting table thing.
Oh, I remember your sofa when the dog ate the whole sofa.
Yeah.
God, that was a mess.
No, it was okay. I didn't get upset at all. She was making herself at home.
Yeah, by chewing the leather on the sofa.
That's all right. I replaced it, and she got that one too. And
We love that. We love dogs. We only have one now because unfortunately Brandy passed a couple months ago.
Brandy, girl.
I'm so sorry, Brandy. I'm so.
Oh, I'm so heartbroken still.
What happened with Brandy?
She just got old.
She just got old. Yeah, she was having trouble breathing, and they couldn't fix her.
And she fell down. She couldn't get up anymore.
Yeah,
It just happened like literally like overnight, like from one night to the next.
And my heart broke, and I'm still heartbroken.
I'm so very, very
I
sorry.
look at pictures of her and I start to cry. And now with my baby, Astro, if anything ever happened to him, I'm going to kill myself.
Astro goes everywhere with us.
Oh, yeah. No. I told Jimmy, I said, I can't live without Astro. I want to die before him.
How old is he?
7 or 8.
Well, that's not very old.
No, he'll live a long time.
So
in the chat room too, they said Beatrice Straight was on camera for less than 5 minutes in the movie Network and won the Oscar.
That's correct. And
that was Churchill who wrote that in there for you.
And there was a movie that what's her name did the most famous actress in the world. I can't think of her name.
She also got an Academy Award for a telephone scene. She's talking to the great Ziegfeld on a phone. Louise Rayner. Louise Rayner won an Academy Award for less than a 3-minute shot on a screen. She's the first one, Louise Rayner.
And the woman I'm thinking of was in a movie with Meryl Streep, and I think it was called Doubt. It was called Doubt, and she was only in a park kind of setting, talking to Meryl Streep for 3 minutes maybe, and it just crushed you. It was just, I knew the second I saw that it was going to get Best Picture, or she was going to win the Academy Award. And ever since 1975.
Amy Adams?
Huh? I'm sorry?
Was it Amy Adams?
No, not Amy Adams.
Not Amy Adams.
She was an African-American actress, very beautiful.
Viola Davis.
Yes, Viola.
She's a great actress.
You froze.
Oh, no. Hopefully
Lorene, you froze.
Oh, no. You guys, Viola Davis, she's in that How to Get Away with Murder, one of the greatest TV shows ever made.
Jane Russell used to say, I always talked old Hollywood with Jane, and she used to say, Ron, when people win an Oscar, it's the writer that won the Oscar, not the actor. She said, because any actor, mediocre or whatever, if they're in a great script, they will shine. And that's what she said. She said, I never had a good, I said, what, Gentlemen for Blondes? She said, that was not Academy Award material. She said, that was flesh, a lot of legs, a lot of sex appeal, all that stuff. I said, well, did you think, I said, I could get you work now. She said, oh, no. She said, no, I won't. I said, why? Because she can't remember lines. And I told her you could put an earplug, and she said, no, not interested.
So hang on, we only have one.
Well, I want to conclude that sentence.
Okay.
She never thought she'd ever win an Oscar because she never had a script that was Oscar worthy.
Oh, wow.
So you guys, we only have a minute. So follow Lorene Landon on Instagram. It's at Lorene_Landon.
Please follow Murielle, Murille, on Instagram. She is the most breathtaking woman I have ever seen in my.
And also, you haven't.
Cosmetics. She sells all these beautiful cosmetics, and I kind of try to emulate her. But has a heart of gold as well. Her name is Muriel.
And you have an upcoming. You have an upcoming event that you're autograph signing for, right? I saw it.
I'm going to Germany. I have a really nice. What do you call it? What's it called when you show up? A given. I don't know what it's called, but a guarantee.
Oh yes.
A lot of money. I couldn't believe it. So I'm looking forward to that. I've never been to Germany, but please check out Waxman. because Thomas Churchill is a phenomenal director, actor as well, and writer. And Alexandra Hunt, who is his partner, is incredibly talented as well. And they're lovely, lovely people. So please check out their movies when they come out. Three Pigs, the Three Killer Pigs. I was in the audience for that a couple of weeks ago at the AMC Theater, and Thomas directed, wrote, and he's got a little part in it, you know, like Alfred Hitchcock. He reminds me so much of Alfred Hitchcock. And Larry Cohen, my dear friend, used to say that about Thomas Churchill, that he reminded him of Alfred Hitchcock.
We actually talked about Larry last week with David Zucker. And so we have to go because we're out of time. We want to thank you for coming on. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Maureen.
Thank you. God bless you both. And God bless all the wonderful people that have supported me over these years. And
I'm going to call you too. And just
please
I'm gonna
adopt,
call you.
don't stop. Please,
All right.
please adopt, don't stop.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Serene. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week for the
Thank you.
Christmas show.
God bless
I'm a movie star. You're my movie star.
I am not.
Yes,
I'm
you
just
are.
a
All
friend.
right.
I'm just a friend of people.
No, you'll always be.
They're not
my-
fans, they're friends of my movies. I never called anybody a fan in my life because they're not fans. We're all on the same playing field. I just happen to be in a movie here and there. Doesn't make me any more special ever. Please do not ever put me on a pedestal.
We love you. We love you. We love you. We love
All
you.
right,
We love you. All
love
right.
you. God
Bye.
bless.
We got to go because we're way over time. Bye.
Bye.
Jimmy,
Yeah, this is MC Alfred.
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, with a star, yo, sitting down and designing. Why every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Beige, punk, yo, wanna be Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you